Okay, yeah. Okay, I think it's recorded. Okay, so Mr. Safe here has a for sale by owner prospected today, listed on Zillow right here, 1995, right?
Okay. Yep.
In Westland. So the first thing I do is I look it up on Zillow. And so I pull up the information, see how long this guy has been on the market. So it looks like he's on the market for 14 days, right? 13, 33 views. Okay, and say you said he's selling because why is he selling?
He just wanna something bigger. He just wanna go bigger than this place around the
Okay,
same area.
so he wants to upsize.
Upsize, yes.
And he said he wants to net 190.
Yes.
Okay, and he has it listed for 195. And he said if he
Correct.
sells this house, he has a place to go to.
Yes.
And he did say he is willing to give you the listing for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you ask him if he received any offers on if he has any offers on the table?
He don't have anything in writing. There's a few call him and they just talk about it. They no one give him a written offer.
No, okay, so just talk, nothing serious.
Yes.
Okay. Also, I like to look at similar homes on Zillow. So like these are similar homes, condos in the area. So I like to open them in new tab. I want to know like, okay, so similar homes, how much are they selling for? I mean, how many views do they get? So like this guy, 6 days, he got 197 view. And this guy, one day he got 281 view. And if you look at our guy, he's been on the market for 14 days and only has 333 views. So he's not getting that much traction, I would say. And I think a lot of it because he's overpriced, I think. So first thing I do is I take the address and I go to Real Comp and I'll see if it's listed before. Okay, in our case, it is listed, was listed before. Let's make sure. So I always go to this PRD report and this is Rami Tahan, right? He said that's the guy you talked to. His name's
Yes.
Rami.
Yes.
Okay, so it looks like he bought it 2011 for 83,000.
Yes.
Uh, and look, he used the same agent. So that agent double dip. So he's not. Looks like he doesn't have an agent working for him. So let's look at the condo. What it looks like. So it's not an end unit, right? Doesn't look like an end unit. It's in the middle. You walk in, and it looks like it's a story up. So you walk in, and you have to go upstairs. See, that's the old picture. So he had a green carpet, not updated bathroom, and the jacuzzi. Oh, it looks like he has an attached garage. Okay, let's look at it on Zillow. Here's the pictures on Zillow. Okay, it looks like he updated the carpet. So same entrance, you walk in, go upstairs. Yeah, the carpet is new. It looks like painted maybe. I like this. You see this wainscoting? I like this. I like this cut on the kitchen. Nice. He did. Looks like hardwood floors. Looks like he changed the flooring. Kitchen looks modern, white. People love white. Looks like granite countertops to me. All the plastic appliances. That's fine. Same bathroom, so he didn't do much in the bathroom. Uh, let's see what the listing says. So the listing says two assigned spaces, attached garage. So it does have an attached garage. And you see how here it says 3-story? That means it's like you walk in, you either go downstairs or upstairs. There's no like first floor,
Okay.
which is not as popular as the other one. So the first search I do is I take the subdivision itself, Wayne County. That I do that only for condos. I just want to know like how much houses are going for. And then I open a new tab and then I do search details. Where's subdivision here? And then I put the I put the subdivision here. And then I go coming soon, active, pending, sold, condos, sale. So there isn't much sales happen in that specific condos. So they had about two matches. Uh, then if I look at the results, so you got two condos that sold. Let's compare the two. So these are this is sold 2020. So this is 3 stories. So this is very comparable. It's really smaller. So you got 2 bedroom, 1.5, 1833, 1998 built. So 1998, everything pretty much the same, but a little bit smaller.
Okay.
So this one sold for 146,900, which means it sold for there's $1,000 concession. There's actually an agent in our office. So what I do is I'll take the calculator and I do so let's say 147,000 minus the $1,000 in concession. That means he sold it for 146 divided by 1618. That's the square footage. So he sold it for pretty much about $90 a square foot. Now let's look at this what it looks like. Let's look. So it's a nice house, nice flooring. Same thing, the cutout here, similar style. Nice floor, painted. Uh, yeah, kitchen. Kitchen is a little bit older than his. I think he has granite countertops,
Yeah.
but they have stainless steel appliances. Uh, it looks very clean. So this one sold for 146, and then this one sold one for 150. Now this one, okay, let's see. They didn't have any concessions, so this one is about $90 square foot. So right now I can tell him, look, and this one has 3 bedrooms. Did we say he has two? Say, hey, look, this guy has 3 bedrooms, 1.5. He has one full bath and two half baths. I'm assuming maybe that's in the basement. He probably put another room. Let's see what it looks like. So what I do is I print these pictures, right? And I say, okay, this house is similar to yours. Let's look at the pictures. And I'm showing him the pictures. I always print the pictures in colors. I say, okay, so they have a nice kitchen. Doesn't look like they have granite, but it's in good condition. It's clean. And I'll be like, okay, so this one sold for 150, and so at about a $90 a square foot, right? And I'll say it's look everything's the same. Actually, this one has an extra bath and an extra half bath. So I'll be like, okay, so if we take $90 times 1833, and I say this is exactly how an appraisal will look at it. We'll do the same numbers. They'll look at the similar homes in your neighborhood, how much they sold for. So if you take 1833 times $90, that will put you at 164. But because you have granite countertops and you painted and you changed that carpet, okay, we can push it up to 170. 175 max. I can't, I don't think he can get more than 175. And you're asking 190. So you know, you're way over. So I think the house will appraise for 165. No, I think the house will appraise for 170 because I give you a credit. You have carpet, nice carpet. I'm assuming your furnace is in a good condition. Your water heater is in a good condition. Your AC is in a good condition. Your windows don't need to be replaced anytime soon. There's no fog in the windows. And because you changed the carpet and you have granite, okay, we can bump it up to 170, 175 max. If I were to price your house, I priced it at 170 and have people overbid it. 175 will probably not get that much traffic. If we place it at 180, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really really tough. Uh, but because there's no inventory, I mean, if you start pushing with you and say, hey, blah blah blah, the most I would take this listing for is 180. and see what the traffic, because right now there's no inventory on the market, like there's no active listings in there. So that's the first price I have in mind. Now I go back to double check my price. I take this and then I do another search. So I go details, uh, paste. So let's see, Westland sale, coming soon, pending, sold. Okay. So now I'm not only looking in this up, I'm looking with a quarter mile radius, which is a valid thing to do. So let's look at these houses. Uh, so what I like to go is I go by price and look at the most expensive house. So the most expensive house sold, condo sold for 185. But look at this. So this is what people are buying for 185. It's a, so I'll tell them, okay, it's a ranch. And I say, Mr. Saul, do you know ranches sell for more in this market? Because it opens it up to older population. People who are older prefer to stay a ranch. Plus, a 1,200 square foot in a ranch is has a bigger layout than a 2-story, or in your case, it's a 3 stories, because you know the square footage is split up. So I'll be like, okay, so by the way, this Mr. Seller, if this is a 1995 home that was remodeled 2020, let's take a look what it looks like. And it's detached. Do you see in the picture? It's a standalone. So Mr. Seller, this guy who sold this house, he doesn't even have neighbors. So people are fighting over this unit because they don't even have neighbors. Yours is more like a apartment style. You have to share walls. This one is detached. So it looks like they have nice flooring. Uh, they have a good looking kitchen, older appliances. So if you start pushing on the price, tell them, okay, if you had this, and I have a basement, I said, look, what are you asking for? It's impossible, because a detached condo that is 0.2 miles away from you sold for 185 and has a basement that is partially finished. Detached condo, 2.5 car
Okay,
garage.
Fadi, just 1 second. When you search, you put condos. When before you went to the list, you went on only
Yeah,
condos
oh,
before.
yeah, he's a condo,
Uh,
right? Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yes.
Only look at condos.
Okay.
So that like automatically tells me he's overpriced. Let's look at this one. Okay, this is a 2-story, 1994, similar style. I mean, it seems like these condos sell for more because you can't tell if this is detached or not. But you know, look at the layout. Look at the kitchen. So you know, this is what they're selling for. Now, if I want, obviously an appraisal, and I also told them like appraisal will not look at this. So if you want to refine the search, I put not 1-story. So that gives me 6. Because the truth is, ranches in a tri-level, his technically is a tri-level, it's not comparable. So again, I go to the highest bidding one, and it's gonna be this one. This one sold for 180, but this is a 2-story condo. So let's see. Look at this one, 1995. This one sold for 166. So I mean, look at this. This is I put not ranch, not oh this is 1-story ground. So let me go back here. Let's do this. Okay. So the most expensive one sold for 180. So I think I'm right on with the price. Even if you go to this RPR, let's see. Sometimes these are they give you a clue. I don't know if you use this RPR thing. They'll give you a price. Let's see. So they think it's 186. So yeah, it's 186. Yeah, so based on the comparables, I think the house is gonna appraise for 170. You can push it to 175. 180, I would take the listing for 180. I'll show him the comps.
Yep.
I'll show him the comps and then take it from there. Now, if he gives you 2 weeks, tell him great. Take it 2 weeks. That's fine. Tell him that's how much houses are selling for right now to gauge the market. But I would try to get it for. Yeah, I will tell him, look, your house is worth about 170, 175 max. Try to get the listing for 180. If he give you the listing 180, because the inventory, you're gonna get a bite on it because it looks like a nice place. Anything more than that, it's your decision. If you want to take it or not. Maybe you want to take it and leverage some buyers out of it, but it's gonna be tough. And I can tell him you already tried that 190 price. Now, in terms of marketing, so the way you tell him like, look, right now you're getting in about 600 views. You're not getting exposure to serious buyers. What you're gonna get with me is your house is gonna be syndicated to every single real estate website, including the most popular one that buyers go to. That's what you're gonna get with me. And I do that through putting your house on the MLS. I'll be personally prospecting agents that have buyer for your house to get you clients. And I do that through something called circle calling. So I'm gonna get you all these. And the difference between you doing this on your own and me is every buyer I'm bringing to your house is gonna be a qualified buyer, not a tire kicker. What you're getting on Zillow right now is tire kickers, people that agents don't even want to work with them. But when you work with me, you're getting people that are working with agents that are qualified. So that's what we're gonna do in the marketing. And you can share with him your marketing plan in terms of, first we're going to start with professional photos so we can show the benefits of your house and make sure your house looks phenomenal. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put your house as coming soon on Thursday, and then we're going to start all showings on Saturday and Sunday. That way we can have all buyers coming in at the same time so they can see each other coming and going. And when a buyer see another buyer coming in there, that's going to create a competitive environment, which is going to create an urgency for the buyer to make an offer. And then when there's urgency and there's competitive environment, people start overbidding the price, or at least we'll get you that close to that 190 that you want. So that's what you're going to do. You can also prepare a net sheet for him. Do you use Legacy net sheet calculator?
Yes.
Okay, so if you go to Legacy, actually, let's see if we can do this. So here's what I do for him, and I'll say, okay, let's say we take your listing for 180. Here's the truth. Right now, are you offering 3% to a buyer agent to bring you a buyer? If he says great, yes, great. If he says no, tell him I'll tell you the truth. No agent, or there will be no agent bringing you a buyer. I'll tell you the truth right now, and I'll be transparent with you. That's a dirty little secret agents don't want you to know. They won't bring you a buyer. Why? Because they're going to take their buyers to someone that's offering them 3%. Because buyer's agent are driving every weekend, driving buyers, and they want to be compensated for their time. So a buyer agent will not bring you their buyers, and then you're stuck with people that don't qualify for a mortgage or investors. So people are going to call you and ask for a land contract, or investors will call you offering you 70 cents on the dollar. So do we both agree that you have to offer a buyer agent a buyer commission, which the standard right now, 3%, because your house is not over 500,000. So the average people are given is 3%. So we both agree that you're offering that 3%. He's going to say yes. So you're really looking to save on the other 3%. Really, you're not saving 6% because we both agreed that you're offering this. That's given. You're going to offer that money. He's going to say yes. Tell him, well, right now you're only marketing on Zillow, and you're not have a professional like myself working at your side. you're not going to get that many buyers. So you're going to, every month, you're probably going to get one person that wants just to give you a low ball offer. So it's not going to work. But when you work with me with that 3%, what's that going to get you? Is going to get you multiple buyers. So if you do it on your own, maybe you'll get 1 to 2 buyers. When you work with me, you're going to get at least 13 buyers. And when we have 13 buyers, we're probably going to get 3 offers. 3 offers going to increase the sale price. And you're gonna get negotiation with me. I'm gonna negotiate during inspection. I'll take care of all the paperwork. You're not gonna lift a finger. I'll even negotiate for you an occupancy. Obviously, I'll ask for 30 to 60 days. So that gives you time to move into your next house. Because I'm sure right now, all you're getting is calls from realtors asking you to list your house. Nobody's gonna bring you a buyer. And right now, I'll tell them, Mr. Seller, you're in a perfect situation because the supply is up. I'm sorry, the supply is down and the demand is up. Do you know why? And he's gonna say, why? Tell him because because right now there's not many houses on the market because of COVID. And then we have a lot of buyers looking to list. A lot of buyers looking to buy because of the low interest rates. We don't know what's gonna happen. We believe in a few months there will be more inventory hit the market because builders are building. We think there's some foreclosures that's going to hit the market once they allow foreclosures. So we think this is the perfect storm. So the question is, do you want to get this house sold by, where are we at, February, March, by April 1st? Or do you want to wait when everybody else put their house on the market and now you start competing with other listings? Let's do this. Give me 2 weeks. All I ask is 2 weeks. Let me get your house on the market. I'll do the photography. I'll do everything. 2 weeks. If you're not happy with my service, I'll give you all the photos. I'll give you all the marketing materials that I did, all for you for free. But if you're happy with my service, then we'll continue. But I'm very confident that we'll get this house sold in 2 weeks. And then see what he says.
Okay.
That's pretty much the approach. It's gonna be, because right now he's thinking by selling it on his own. If he's serious and he's motivated, he's thinking he's gonna save 6%. But that's not the truth. The truth is he's gonna save only 3%, but he's gonna lose that 3% because he doesn't have exposure. He only have exposure to 1 to 2 buyers that are not qualified, that are looking for land contracts and things like that. Because everybody knows that real buyers are working with agents, and you're the only person who can get him there.
Okay, Fadi. Of course, he's gonna ask me what I'm gonna net if I listed 180 and it's sold in 180. I know you say you gonna use. Are you gonna use legacy website to do that calculation?
Yeah, so I'll prepare a net sheet for him.
Nashi?
Let's see. So yeah, so let's prepare one for him. So calculate no, nope, seller net sheet. Seller net sheet. So here's the property address. So this is the property address, I think. Okay, so where we said the price 180, 180, 123. That's 180. We think we're gonna close one. We're gonna probably close Friday the 2nd. Does he own a mortgage?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. So commission is gonna be 3%, 3%. Your admin fee 395. How much is his association? Let's see what the other house is. 245 and 248. So let's say 250 is association. HOA. Assuming that's a month. Right. Association 250 monthly. Okay. And then we're gonna do property taxes because whatever he doesn't pay, he's gonna get that back. I mean, whatever he pays, he will get that back. So his taxes are 2,600 and 490 in the winter. So 2600, 490. Okay. So it's gonna net 166. Tell him here's what I'll do for you. If I end up bringing a buyer that's not represented by a seller, if I end up bringing a buyer that's not presented by an agent, then, and I always write it down for him, I won't charge you a 6%. I will only charge you 5%. I will knock a whole percent off. Now, a whole percent of 180 is what? 1800?
1800.
So that's another, and I write it, make sure, what you say, 1,800 back to you when I bring you a buyer that's not presented for an agent, because I don't want to just do this transaction with you. I want to be your realtor for life. And I know you own another property that's an investment. And when we work in the future, you'll be my repeat and referral client. I will take care of you even more when we close. So that's 1666. And of course, Mr. Sell, this is just a ballpark number. Obviously, these numbers, can change. Depends on when we close and things like that. But I'm just being a transparent. And I guarantee no other agent will show you these numbers because they want to hide their fees and things like that. I'm being transparent with you. So another 1,800, so that'll put you at 168. So almost 170 you're going to net out of this. And then try to push for the urgency that this is the perfect time to sell because we don't know what's going to happen. Because seriously, like foreclosures are held right now. They're not allowing foreclosures, but I believe once the foreclosures going to happen, there are going to be more houses on the market. And there will be, and builders are building like crazy. So there's going to be more houses on the market. We think the interest rates are very low right now. I think at some point the interest rates got to go up. And actually, there's a publication that said they're projecting the interest rate to go up this year. So Mr. Seller, if the interest rate goes up, that means we'll have less buyers on the market. And if the inventory increases, now the scale is going to tip not towards your favor, not for your favor. It's going to work against you.
Yeah.
So you're meeting with him when? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yes.
So let's do this. Let's get this paperwork ready today. I'll have my photographer actually out for you Thursday, tomorrow, first thing. And then we'll market it. And then hopefully I'll get you an offer by Monday. Are you ready to get started?
That's great. Yeah.
And by end of March, hopefully I get you a cash offer. We can actually close by end of February and you'll be done with this.
Awesome. Yeah. That's perfect, Fady. Thank you.
What, do you have any questions? I'm gonna stop the recording here in a second.